So speaking about relegation, let's talk about Chelsea a little bit.
Yeah.
Just surviving.
No, they survived.
They just survived
Congratulations.
relegation. If you want to, how do you think your season went? Because if you ask me, from minute one,
Yeah.
I could just see bad decisions all over the place.
No, wait. How long is the thing we're doing right now? Is it 30 minutes? Because if we ask him this question,
Oh, it's too
like,
long. It's too long. We need a whole segment.
Let's do like 4 big talking points from the season.
Four big talking
So what are your 4 things? Yeah, from
From
you.
plan, yeah.
The 4 things you learned from this season.
Big
From
ones.
this season?
Yes.
I mean, everything went wrong since the start. I mean, sacking Thomas Tuchel firstly,
Okay.
buying shitloads of
And then he
players.
goes and wins the league with Bayern Munich.
Yeah, exactly. But buying
Dude,
shitloads of
oh
players.
my
He won the league
Yeah.
with Bayern
I didn't
Munich.
think of that, dude. Yo, by the way,
won the league.
Cancelo, worst player at City. He's
Yeah.
got two medals now, boy.
Oh, shoot, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, what do you think
that's
of that
crazy.
one?
That's crazy.
Oh well, go on.
Yeah, sacking Thomas Tuchel, I think that was a big decision.
Mm-hmm.
Signing a lot of players in summer and in January. It was unnecessary in the January, I would feel. Because
Okay.
you had to sell the squad, and you increase the squad size to around like 34 players.
Yeah, and then no
which
one's
is
leaving.
unmanageable.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if you're having a new manager as Graham Potter coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was ready to give him time. Everything is good, but then I also feel like the circumstances were different for him compared to other managers coming to Chelsea because, I mean, there were rumors that he had to have like two training players, like in terms of
Like two
groups.
training groups.
Yeah, two training groups basically, because he couldn't manage one group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know that's one point I would say was really bad, and it was tough on him, I would say. And lastly, I would say is the ownership. You know, the ownership, I think they didn't. I mean, the thing is that they sacked everybody in the club
Yes.
for no reason.
Mhm.
I don't know why. It's not
Mhm.
a club that was in the relegation zone when they came in.
Mhm.
You know, they just won the Champions League in 2021. You can transition things slowly. You know, you saw with Newcastle when new owners came in, they transitioned everything slowly.
Okay, wait, let me
The
stop
club.
you there.
Yeah.
Don't use this reason that you won the Champions League in 2021.
No, you're telling me
If
about 4 points,
If
right?
we're all being honest,
Yeah.
right? That Champions League win was, to me, it was such a fluke.
Really? How?
I think Pep bottled it in the final.
Okay.
If Pep doesn't bottle in the final,
Yeah.
they win the Champions League.
But they didn't have a shot on goal.
You know, I have to say something. The reason I'm sitting in the
Yeah.
middle is because I knew this conversation was going to go there.
No, but I'm
Because
being honest.
one
No,
second.
I'm just
the
being honest.
conversation
Yeah.
was this season,
Yeah.
top 4 talking points.
Yeah, and I said it.
Then why
When
you winning
Champions
the
League come
Champions
into
League?
No, I was saying the owners came into the club.
Okay.
They have sacked the ground staff.
Okay.
They've sacked the
How did
medical
Champions
staff.
League come into the
No,
conversation?
I'm just saying 1 second. They've sacked the medical staff, they've sacked the ground staff, they've sacked everybody in the board. They sacked Peter Cech, who was the main guy, intermediate guy.
Yeah,
in terms
Maria
of-
as well.
Yes, everybody. They sacked the coach.
Okay.
Eventually in September.
Okay.
Why are you making so many changes in the club when the club was running properly? It's
Was
my
it
question.
running properly?
Yes, it was. It was running fine. We had results. We won trophies. What's the problem?
But that's the way any business runs.
Yeah,
When
but
there's
then
a change in ownership,
100% I get it.
things will change.
But okay, 1 second. Why did they sack the manager so early?
Why?
Why? I want to know.
Tuchel wasn't performing that. I think Chelsea were mid-table at the time he got sacked. You had, I
we
think
have
you had
25% of our points this season are from Thomas Tuchel, so I don't know what he's saying.
okay.
You know, no. What my point is that Thomas Tuchel had gone through the whole, I say, the buying process of the club.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He was the guy who knew the most about the club, even though he was there in the club for around 2 years, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, but he knew the most because you sacked everybody. Marina, Peter Cech, whoever, Bruce Buck, whoever was in charge of the club, right? He knew the most.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to bring change in the club, you bring change slowly. You just don't bring change like that, you know? And let's say if he was, I would say he was still the head coach, you know, maybe it would have been a better season, you know? Because he also knew the players. Now you got a new manager in, he firstly has to know the players. He needs to know things about the club, get into the culture and value of the club. I think the responsibilities on Graham Potter was too much at that time. And then especially in January, you bring another 10 or 11 more players they signed. That's insane. So how do you function like that? How does the club function? I remember when I read this article, when Mudryk and Madueke was signed in January, they didn't even have space in the dressing room to change. I'm
No,
not
like-
joking.
No,
It's
he's
a
saying,
flag.
no, he's saying all this. I just feel like you can.
What do you feel like?
Logically, you know, like he's saying all this, and I'm like,
But these are
I'm trying to
facts.
think of counter, right,
Yeah.
as to why a club would do
Yeah.
it.
There's no reason.
There's no reason.
No
There's
reason.
nothing.
That's exactly my point.
There's no reason.
And that brings me to the Champions League, right?
Oh,
We were, one second,
yeah.
I tell you. No, just listen to me.
You
What I
have
mean to say
captioned
is
this video
that
saying Chelsea
Chelsea.
Champions League.
What I mean to say
This
is
is
that
gonna be a
We get a lot of
separate
views.
video.
We get a lot of
This
views.
is gonna be a
Yeah,
separate
yeah,
video.
Sure.
what I mean to say is that we were winning things, right? The club was running fine, right? Obviously, new owners came in, right? And it's not like our previous owner wanted to sell the club. He had to, due to different circumstances. But whatever, he had to sell the club. New owners came in. You want to bring change in the club, you bring it slowly. You don't bring it like within few months. I mean, our owner was the director of the club for some time. He was dealing with agents and players and everything. Like,
Do you want to know something crazy?
we didn't have
At-
a proper board till December.